Alright, guys, before we jump into talking about Miss Marvel, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos.
So Miss Marvel came out a few weeks ago. I think it's been nearly a month now, and there have been quite a lot of. Uh, I think it's been mostly good, right?
Yeah, no, I think the general consensus is that it was loved and that it was great representation and that it was a good story. I think like most Marvel series it took a while to pick up, and then when it did, it was great and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. My opinion, really enjoyed it.
Personally, I feel like it felt a little flat in certain places. I did feel kind of bored when Camila Khan, she had a lot of conversations with like a parent. So whether it's a grandmother or mother or father,
Okay.
like sometimes those conversations just felt really boring, and I felt like it was just a lot of exposition dump instead of like I don't know, telling the story in a more interesting way, you know?
All
I
right.
personally didn't have a problem with like the CGI looking a little janky at times because it's a series. You're not going to get amazing CGI all the time,
All
and
right.
it served its purpose. Like it didn't distract me personally too much.
Yeah, and I think not that this is something that's done too often, but I think what people forget is that the CGI is secondary to story. You can't go back and fix bad acting, but you can go back and fix bad CGI. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I didn't mind the CGI. I really liked the new take on her powers. I do have a criticism, and that was the whole the villain thing was just so messy. You,
Yeah.
you literally the beginning of the episode was like, "Hey, could you help us get back to our world?" And as movie watchers, you're kind of trained to go like, "Ah, no, don't trust these people. Like they're up to something." And so that was a little bit obvious, but it was fine, right? But then literally like she's like, "Hey, I can't help you yet." Not, I'm not going to help you. I can't help you yet. And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna kill your
And
entire family at the wedding."
yeah, yeah, straight up. There was no build up to it. It was just like, okay, we are evil, and
Hmm.
everyone needs to know now that we are evil. There weren't a lot of memorable moments. Like if I think back to it, I like the only thing I can really remember is the final fight scene when Camila goes up against the police guys, and even that part felt a little underwhelming.
Oh, that's
Honestly, it might have.
interesting because because the school fight scene thing, I love that. It was very Home Alone. It was very like kids with a problem, how they're gonna solve it, and it was fun and like I loved that. And I don't know if like maybe she was fleshed out more and then they cut it. But I love that random girl, the one who also was like cosplaying, like she used to be their friend or something. I love that she just was there, and she was like, "I came to
Yeah,
help."
that was weird. Oh, one of those like just random moments of like, oh, okay, so we're just gonna insert this in here.
Okay, well, again, I took it at face value, and I enjoyed it as a fun scene. Now, kind of just to keep this kind of contained and short, do you mind if I jump us to the post credit scene? We've already
Let's
talked
do it.
about we've already talked about the final fight scene. We might as well go to that good post credit scene.
Good, good. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, what I found interesting, okay, is clearly that these bands, or the band that Kamala has, is one of the nega bands, right? What those do in the comics is they allow Rick Jones to switch places with Captain Marvel, and that's the male Captain Marvel, the original Captain Marvel. Um, Very interesting how they've taken the whole Captain Marvel character. So I think originally the old lady in Captain Marvel, so she was supposed to be Captain Marvel, the original Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Right.
And
Okay.
then due to like some power swapping shenanigans, Carol Danvers gets the powers, which is obviously it's been like completely reworked for the MCU. In fact, of like all characters, I think Carol Danvers has gotten like the most overhaul on like origins and everything. But that Marvel is then trapped in a negative zone, and it's sort of like Shazam. Like they hit the bands and then they like swap places. So this is a very different take. They're definitely going a different direction.
Yeah.
Um,
It seems like it was just a mistake, honestly. Like the same technology, same like concept, but they're just like, okay, well,
how do we
they don't
modernize
have.
it? How do we incorporate it
Yeah,
into yeah?
yeah. It was interesting. I think when it first happened, I didn't have that background knowledge beforehand, and I was just like, wait, did she turn into Captain Marvel? Like,
Right.
are we doing that part of the comics, or
Yes, it was
did they
left a
swap
bit.
places? So,
It was
yeah.
left a bit
Well,
vague because it could have either have been that because she has shape shifting powers in the comics because her powers are like
yeah,
stretchy, and they
yeah,
obviously avoided that because they didn't want to do the same as Reed Richards. So
yeah.
again, like I do like how they incorporated her powers, how they made them kind of cool. Dimensional energy, it's fun. It's always a good time. This is not the shape shifting power. This I think they have confirmed this is like that was Carol and they've swapped places.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, let's move on to officially mutants are introduced to the universe. Yeah, well, how do you feel about that? About I honestly don't mind that she was originally an Inhuman, I think,
Yeah,
and
but
but
we
now she,
ruined
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We ruined
yeah,
Inhumans. We
Ruined.
ruined them for
Yeah,
everybody. I feel like they're trying to get through storylines pretty fast. And so to think of something like a bunch of people turning into Inhumans, it's way down the line. Oh yes, and I love that they put the X-Men theme when they said it as well. Like you're a mutant and
yeah.
then it was like,
No,
yeah, that was very cool.
and they did the same thing in Doctor Strange, which was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Well, it
Uh,
incites that nostalgia. Okay, so obviously we've got like some future. We've got Marvels. I think it's called Marvels, which is coming up,
yeah.
and it's going to be the three Captain Marvels, uh, which is obviously Kamala, Carol, and Monica Rambeau. Now, Monica in the comics gets her powers a very different way. Basically, she can move at the speed of light and basically become light, and that's sort of
Yeah.
what her powers are. Again, looks like she's getting some like cosmic space weirdness
Yeah.
powers.
Looks completely different.
Looks
Yeah.
completely different, and again, everything Captain Marvel related, just completely rewritten, just completely, and that's fair
That's
enough.
fine.
That's
That's
fair
fine.
enough.
We're
Um,
so deep in it at this point that I think people hardly bat an eye. Like that, the same thing with Miss Marvel. Like, yeah, she's not going to be an inhuman. Like, let's just make her a mutant. It's fine.
yeah, and now mutants are gonna like start showing up, maybe, probably.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, because I think the reasoning was like, Kamala, you are human. You're not an alien, or there's no alien like DNA in you. You're just a mutant version of a human. Uh, yeah. Oh, I wanted to say one detail that I really loved was the necklace, and then it breaks and it forms that like lightning bolt symbol.
yeah, that was pretty nice. Yeah.
So, um, Carol Danvers actually has had quite a few variations of her powers, but basically, she had that like bolt symbol, and then Kamala was doing it as a tribute to her. So I like that it originates with her, but then I can't see Carol going like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear this symbol on my uniform."
And
Um,
what? And how do you feel about the suit?
oh, her official suit, the one in the end.
No, no, the one that she wears in the very beginning. I'm joking. Yeah, the
Oh,
official.
okay.
Yeah. I can just hear
Put up,
the gears turning
put
in
up.
your head. Like, what?
What? Yeah,
I
no.
mean, technically, she did wear
Brilliant.
a suit in the beginning, just a homemade one.
A
Yeah.
homemade
Anyway,
one. Yeah. Well, hey,
yeah,
I actually kind of like that one, And I think that was like the first callback to her just like making herself look like Captain Marvel. And it was
of
cool
course,
that
of
the
course.
cool that the one that she went with was like the end game in one scene mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. The suit's great. It's super accurate. I love how they did the S or the lightning bolt or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's really nice. A lot of people thought that it was quite over designed, but I think it's great.
Yeah, no, we need more stylized and vibrant and stuff. I mean, if you look at like what Falcon looked like when he was originally introduced, he was just like a soldier with wings, and then like he slowly did become like more and more of a Falcon inspired character. And I mean, now he's Captain America. Um,
Yeah.
so he's flying around in blue and red and white. Um,
Yeah. Looks
yeah.
good. Looks good.
So just to end my thoughts, to go back to Rick Jones. So you might know Rick Jones as A-Bomb, the Blue Abomination from like the Hulk series. I'm wondering if we're gonna get Rick Jones as a character. Do you think Rick Jones is gonna be an important character, as important as he was in the comics, or do you think there's not really any room for him?
It's honestly, there's a big possibility that they'll try and bring him back in, but the way things are going at the moment, I don't think so.
Hmm.
Honestly, there's just so many other more important, more crazy characters that they want to
Being
introduce that I
being
don't think
fleshed
they'd be
out,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. One thing that I wanted to mention was so she's a big Captain Marvel fan, right?
Right.
And
Why?
and there is yeah, and so there's that whole thing with like, oh, Ant-Man had this podcast that explained the whole battle, and but the thing is, even before Endgame, even Iron Man was a well-known figure, and Thor, because they were like running around the Earth and they did stuff. But Captain Marvel has been or planet. I just don't understand why she's such a big fan, and I'm pretty sure there were like posters of Captain Marvel all over her room with like actual images and photographs.
Hmm.
I just don't understand why she's a fan. Firstly, because she hasn't been around, and also how accurately they were able to depict
To
that
picture.
character in like drawings and photographs and
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they
Fair
were.
enough.
Yeah,
Like, was she like doing photo shoots and stuff? I I did
yeah,
I did have a think about this, and I did think she was on like the Council of Earth, and there were 5 years in the MCU that we didn't get to see, where maybe she did come and help the people
right,
of Earth
yeah,
as well with like crises. So she could have been around because when everybody got like snapped back, maybe she stayed on Earth to try and like sort things out. Be like a
yeah, yeah,
intimidation factor. No, you guys can't go to war. I'll vaporize you. But actually, one
yeah.
of one of my notes was we just haven't seen enough Captain Marvel. Like her movie wasn't enough, and I think the fault of making it like a prequel was like, where have you been? What have you
Yeah,
done?
yeah. Like there have been so many things have been established, the universe has been established,
Right.
but now you're saying like there was something even before Iron Man and Captain America. Like, really? I
Well,
don't know.
not
It's
before
it's
not before Captain America, but yeah, before Iron Man.
Captain America was a prologue, was a
Okay.
prologue to like the universe, but they still integrated it. It was thought through, and they did it in a very clean way. But with Captain Marvel, it just felt like they really just chucked it in there.
Right. We're not getting Captain Marvel 2, we're getting Marvels. But I would suggest showcase some like flashbacks of Carol doing good. Have her saving aliens on different planets. Have her doing good.
How amazing would it be to see her fight giant aliens on other planets? That gives you a chance to explore so much. Doctor Strange had that problem of saying, okay, so this is the multiverse of madness, and it showed us like 5 seconds of that multiverse. But with Captain Marvel, you can do a lot more, and I'm really
Right.
hoping this whole like, yeah, Camila Khan like being on in a different universe, a different planet, or whatever, that we'll be able to see more.
Yeah. Where is Kamala gone? Because Kamala is somewhere
Yeah.
else. Is she in the negative zone? Is she on an alien planet? And that'll
Who
that'll be
knows?
great. That'll be great. Who
Yeah.
knows? All right. Well, I think we're going to end it there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Why not like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers. Goodbye. Adios. Woo!